What's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot. We are back for some player props and spreads in the NBA for Wednesday, April 28th. Let's do a quick recap of yesterday. Over the past couple weeks, we've been up 25, 26 units. We've had 2 straight losing nights, and we're going to be better. There's no way around that. If you look at it, another 3 and 6 night, and let's get into it. Let's break down them. All of these picks. Christian Wood's over, easy. Pacers, Blazers over, nice. Giannis over 11.5 rebounds, just hits it with 12 in the last minute. He should have had that way over that before that, but whatever. We have those 3 winners. Look at our 6 losers. Yusuf Nurkic, blowout. Brogdon, blowout. Draymond Green, blowout. Celtics versus Thunder. We have the under. Best I can do is 78 points in the fourth quarter. It was going to cash. The live bet was like 203.5. They go absolutely berserk in the fourth. Not much you can do there. There's 4 losses. Pascal Siakam, over 23.5 points. I'm not very good at math. 2 for 16 from the field. That's not going to cut it. And then you look at our last one, Kevin Porter Jr. showed a lot of rust. Couldn't buy a bucket like Siakam. If you had both of them on your fantasy team, rest in peace to your field goal percentage. But he doesn't get the assists, and that's fine. I can live with all 6 of those losses. I'm not worried about it. As I preach on this channel, there's a difference between bad bets and bad beats. All of those bets arguably were bad beats. All of them could have won. We could have been, instead of 3 and 6, we could have been 6 and 3, 6 and 2, 7 and 2, whatever you want to name it. We could have easily had a winning night, and we've been having a lot of those, and it's okay to give back some of those units that we've been gaining. Today, back to the drawing board. We're wearing green, looking for some luck. I'm going to limit the number of plays. We won't have 9, 10 plays like we have. I'll have probably 5 player props, 2 spreads, and a couple other things that you guys might want to take a look at. As I always preach, do your research, be confident when you're betting on. As a recap, if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button. We're road to 5,000 subscribers. We can't do it without all of your support. And we've been getting a lot of new subscribers. We got a lot of new content coming your way, just like an NFL draft video. All my NFL guys out there, NFL draft video coming out tomorrow, right before the draft, probably around noon-ish time. I'm going to just give you a couple random bets that we're going to be placing on the NFL draft. It's going to be a lot of fun. Got a lot of NFL draft content coming in the future, as well as college football and all of that nature. So click that subscribe button if you are new. All my OG subscribers, smash that like button. I know you guys. Let's get to 200, 300 likes. You guys can do it. Let's get into it. And if you want to join the Discord, first link down below. Almost 1,500 users in there. Unreal. Like I said, no betting tips and tricks video like I normally do on Wednesdays, but we have the NFL draft video filling in on that for tomorrow. Let's get into it. Bradley Beal, over 29.5 points. Beal's been playing out of his mind lately, and there's a reason he's the leading scorer in the NBA. I mean, come on. He's a walking bucket, and he's coming off a 45-point outing on 37 shots. Yeah, you heard that right. 37 shots. The buddy's launching it from the field. And tonight, they got a very winnable game against the Los Angeles Lakers at home. Beal's had 30-plus points in 8 of his last 9 games. The one miss, he had 29 points on the dot. He had 33 points plus earlier in this earlier matchup against the Lakers on 24 shots. He should see the same exact number of shots, 24-plus shots tonight. I'm cashing it. Bradley Beal, he's averaging 31.4 points per game. Think he gets it tonight. Taking his over, 29.5 points. Moving on, Morant, over 22.5 points. In a bad stretch, he's become one of our Lord and Saviors. And you guys know, during my career, I have not been very good with Mr. Morant, but the last 2 times we picked him was against the Portland Trailblazers. And would you look at that? Boom! Portland Trailblazers back on the docket tonight. And there's a reason we're back on it. We picked him over in points both games, and he's back again against them. It's risen over 22.5 points. I don't care. I'm still taking it. Say less. We got Morant. He's had 22-plus points in 5 straight games, 27-plus in 4 of his last 5. Look at those 2 matchups against the Blazers last week, 28 and 33 points. He's going to be calling his own number. This is a winnable game. This is a big game for the Grizzlies. They need these wins. So do the Blazers. Should be a hot, contested game. Don't think it will be a blowout. Probably will be now that I said something. I'm taking it. He's been much more aggressive. We're taking it with confidence. Morant, over 22.5 points. You probably even see him in the parlay of the day at the end. Next to a line that makes absolutely no sense, Mr. Zion Williamson, over 26.5 points. The disrespect here will not be tolerated. I won't allow it. Is this the trap line? Maybe. But the Nuggets don't have anyone to stop Zion. You want to put Aaron Gordon on him? See how that works. I mean, in both matchups against the Nuggets this year, albeit was without Aaron Gordon, who's maybe a better defender than what they got, but Zion has gone over 30-plus points in both of the matchups, 30 points and 39 points against them in the Nuggets. Last 15 games, he's averaging 30 points per game. Let the man eat. I think he's gonna need to keep them in this game. Don't think the Nuggets will blow out the Pelicans, although they certainly could. Taking Zion Williamson's over 26.5 points, not even thinking about it. Moving on, another player. We already got John Morant. I already don't do very well betting on him. Let's add another one. DeAndre Ayton, over 26.5 PRAs. I think this line's a little low. You're looking at it against the Clippers. And if you guys are new to the channel and you haven't, and if I haven't said enough, click that like and subscribe button. It really helps us grow the channel. But I don't like betting on DeAndre Ayton. There's no way around it. You know, sometimes you're just like, nah, I don't feel like showing up. And honestly, I get PTSD because one time a bet is over was in the bubble. And if you guys watch the bubble basketball, you know there was one game DeAndre Ayton did not show up to his COVID test and was late to the game. Yeah, what would you think? I had his over that night. Yeah, sounds about right. But, you know, this is a big game. Suns versus Clippers. Suns 3-point favorites. This is going to be a highly contested game. It's in Phoenix. And Ayton has destroyed the Clippers in his career. Here are his PRA lines in his last 6 matchups. 31 PRAs, 34 PRAs. Both of those two this year. 30, 42, 33, 30 PRAs. 6 matchups. Last 6, 6-0. Over 26.5 PRAs. This line should easily be 28.5, 30.5, if maybe. I like the edge. I think Ayton gets it done tonight. Zubac does not scare me. I'm taking it. DeAndre Ayton, over 26.5 PRAs. Moving on. Last player prop of the day before I get into a lean. Miles Bridges, over 27.5 PRAs. Bridges has been very good lately, and I wish I'd taken more advantage of him. Pause. During this stretch, he's been killing it, though. You look over the last 2 weeks, he's cashed this line in 6 of his past 8 games, including once against the Celtics. One of those 2 misses, but he didn't play more than 30 minutes. He normally plays about 35, 36 minutes a night. Other miss was 27 PRAs on the dot. So he's getting right up there. He just had 29 PRAs a couple nights ago against the Celtics. And that was with majority points. I believe he had 20 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists or something. I think he fills up the stat sheet a little more tonight. The Celtics team just gave up 35 PRAs to Darius Bazley. No disrespect to him. I think Miles Bridges about on the same kind of skill level as Darius Bazley. I like it. Miles Bridges over 27.5 PRAs. My last lean, and that's because I don't know what the line will be. Jordan Clarkson taking his over. If it's 19.5, maybe 20.5, I'd take it. You look at the matchup against the Kings, and there's no way around it. The Jazz have been absolutely bad, and I will not be betting the spread against the Jazz or the other way because I know the moment I touch that spread, it's going the opposite way. But you look at Jordan Clarkson, if this is at 19.5 or 20.5, if we get a line for him, I'd take it. Kings, second most points per game to opposing shooting guards over their past 15 games at 26. If there's one thing Clarkson is not afraid of, it's shooting the damn ball. But he fires it up at will. You look at the 2 games against the Timberwolves where the Jazz played like a G League team. You know, he didn't play well. And honestly, no one on the Jazz teams played well. You look at the 4 games before those 2 matchups against the Timberwolves, 22 plus points in all 4 of them. Mike Conley's out. Donovan Mitchell's out. Someone's got to shoot the ball. Sure, it was a combined 10 for 36 against the Timberwolves, but if not anything, that just means the shots are going to have to fall his way. The man shoots over 10 threes a night, sometimes 15. I mean, I'm not betting his under. I'm not going to do that. Taking it, Jordan Clarkson over 19.5 or 20.5 points. If it's higher than that, you can count me out. No, thank you. Moving on to some 2 over-unders, or an over-under and a spread. No, actually, here's a couple lines that I was looking at, considered for the video, just didn't have a line or something. Tyrese Halliburton, over 6.5 assists. Vucevic, over 11.5 rebounds. Devontae Graham, over 25.5 PRAs. Darius Garland, over 8.5 assists. And Yusuf Nurkic, over 25.5 points and rebounds. I know you guys don't like that Nurkic, I understand. And Michael Porter Jr., under 8.5 rebounds. It's like 5 or 6 ones that you guys can go take a look at. Won't make them official plays at all, but I did look at them, considered them for the video. Just didn't pull the trigger. Here's my 2 over-unders. Really the only one that will be an official play, Cavaliers versus Magic, under 211.5 points. Without Sexton, this Cavaliers team struggles to score the ball. Garland has been great, and I just talked about his over 8.5 assists, and I'd consider that. Won't make it an official play, but this game will be close, as you can see by the line. I don't expect a high-scoring game. You've seen the Magic. They scored 16 points in that first quarter against the Lakers. For that 40-point outing, they might not have broken 90. And so, you know, I would lean the under, taking the under. Cavaliers, Magic, under 211. Lock it in. Here's a lean that I'm not going to make official. I won't put any money on it, but Knicks -5 versus the Bulls. A lot of people asked for my leans in certain games, and that's what I'm going with. Knicks -5 versus the Bulls. Seems like a trap. Knicks are 17-10 against the spread after a loss, and they just lost to the Phoenix Suns. I think they're the much better team. than the Bulls. The Bulls are not very good. And I would lean the Knicks. I won't put any money on it. I'm a Knicks fan, so I don't want to jinx them, but I would lean the Knicks versus Bulls. Parlay of the day, Bradley Beal over 29.5 points. DeAndre Ayton over 26.5 PRAs. John Morant over 22.5 points. That's going to do it. Here's my official plays of the day for those out there, and I'll put a recap on callingourshot.com. Cavaliers Magic under 211.5 points. Miles Bridges over 27.5 PRAs, points, rebounds, assists. DeAndre Ayton over 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists combined. Zion Williamson over 26.5 points. John Morant over 22.5 points. And Bradley Beal over 29.5 points. I might have missed one. I think that's 7. Those are my 7 plays of the day. If Jordan Clarkson is like 19.5, 20.5, I will add him to the list. If he's higher than that, you can count me out. Those are my 7 plays of the day. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let's make some money today. I got the green shirt on. It's guaranteed. We're making money. Good luck to everyone out there. Be sure to do your research and check out our different betting tips and tricks video. You'll also see the NFL video coming out tomorrow. Let's get into it. It's going to be a good day. Let's make some damn money.